Robert Lewandowski is wanted by Real Madrid, but Poland star must impress at the World Cup. Robert Lewandowski. A goal scorer. In fact, make that a goal machine. Goals, goals, goals. He scored 41 in the season just gone, and hit 43 the year before, while for Poland he has netted 55 in 95 games. He even scored 5 in the space of 9 minutes in one Bundesliga game. The Pole faces Senegal in his country's first World Cup game on Tuesday, before taking on Colombia and Japan. At Bayern Munich, he is king and a big part of the reason that every season it is close to a formality that the Bavarian side take home the title. But now, at 29, Lewandowski is at something of a crossroads in his career. He can stay with Bayern and win the Bundesliga every season. He can score bucket loads of goals, or he could test himself elsewhere in Europe. Real Madrid are known to be long-term admirers, while Chelsea, Juventus, Manchester United and Paris Saint-Germain are also possible destinations. The suitors are queuing up around the block, but it has been suggested he is simply a fair-weather player. When the going is good, he does well. His critics, such as ex-Bayern goalkeeper Oliver Kahn, have been quick to point out that on the biggest of stages, he can go missing. Speaking after Bayern were knocked out of the Champions League semi-final by Real Madrid, Kahn said, "I see too little of him in these games. He is not doing justice to his status in the game. He needs to convert his chances." It's an attitude echoed in elements of Germany's press, with one newspaper describing him as a winter player, whose knees start knocking when the really big games arrive in April and May. In other words, some people think he's a bottler. The World Cup therefore provides him with the perfect stage to silence his doubters. In qualifying for Euro 2016, Lewandowski scored 10 times. He was hot. By the time the tournament proper came around he went ice cold, only netting once. The Poles had a decent run before being knocked out in the quarter-finals by eventual winners Portugal on penalties. In qualifying for the World Cup, Poland continued their form from the Euros, but Lewandowski had a remarkable haul. The national side scored 25 times, the Bayern striker hitting 16 of them. The Poles are just behind Colombia in the betting stakes to get out of Group H. The defenses of Senegal and Japan should therefore be easy fodder for Lewandowski to make hay and add to his tally for the national side. Much is expected of him to lead Poland out of the group in the no-9 role. He is the focal point and the country's hopes of making an impact in Russia are pinned on him. But the challenge for Lewandowski will be to take his form from qualifying and the Bundesliga into the knockout stages. He recognizes that. And recently told FIFA's website, "The important moment is coming now. I want my hunger for goals to be even bigger and bigger. And of course I hope more goals will come on the biggest stage, the World Cup." Expectations are high, but they expect it not only from me but from the whole team. We know that Poland is a nation that always believes, always keeps fingers crossed for the players, but at the same time expects a lot. We are prepared for that. Pressure? There has always been pressure and will be forever, but we know how to deal with that. We put pressure aside. Belgium or England will most likely be standing in Poland's way in the last 16. And in the prime of his life, the script is set for Lewandowski to shine on the biggest of stages. If he can deliver the goods for Poland and push them into the last 8, then surely Madrid and the rest of Europe's big hitters will come calling. Let's not forget that this is the man who is capable scoring 5 times in the space of 9 minutes. If anybody is ready to hit the ground running at the World Cup, it is him. And with the interest from across Europe and the weight of Poland on his shoulders, a decent tally would do him just nicely.